Hi everyone, Nick here and welcome to another Gran Turismo Sport video. Today we're doing the fourth race in the 2018 off-season exhibition season 1 of the Nations Cup. Now we've already done 3 races here, so we're looking to get more than about 500 odd points to actually improve our overall score because only the top 3 count. And we're here at Dragon Trail Gardens, which I don't really like, well, it's an N300 race, but nominally really is an SFR racing concept, one make, as you'll see a bit later on. And as you can see from the screen there, most people are using that, and most of the top drivers are using that on the leaderboard as well. So let's get into qualifying. You can see we've actually only got 16 drivers out of the 20 because a few people have already quit. Obviously there's a bigger fan of this particular car combo as I am. So we go through turn 1, not too bad, get on the power again. This is where you can make up so much time. The left hand turn you want to get as far left as possible, didn't really do it. Right hand turn you want to get near the sausage curve, which it did. Left hander could have probably been a bit closer, and probably didn't need to lift off, have a sort of safety lift, but hey ho. So we've gone down here and we're 3 tenths up on our previous best, which put us 10th. Hairpin. This is really difficult to judge because the cones that are telling you where to brake are not in the right place for this car, so you have to brake a lot earlier. And as you can see, I didn't even bother the apex. But then it's also quite tricky because if you cut the apex whatsoever, penalty. So you go through here, brake, turn in, little bit of understeer, hit the cone, go through there. Again, very rarely hit the apex there myself, but we've run nicely wide, get on the power, and we've still got about 3 tenths in our pocket. So now into the 5 apex right hand corner, which is a challenging and very interesting corner. We're going through there, that felt okay, under the tunnel, through there. Now we've got one more corner, well technically 2, but realistically it's one big hairpin. Brake here, and we try and touch the apex, miss it, and then try and get it turned so we can get accelerating out onto the straight. Don't run too wide, don't go anywhere near that grass, and floor it and head for the finishing line. And we cross the line in a 1:54.443, 8 tenths better than our previous best, and that puts us 6th. And yeah, as you can see, pretty much everyone in the racing concept, apart from first place, fair play from you, and apart from 14th and 15th who are about to quit because they're not in the right car basically. So yeah, 6th place, not too bad. Let's see how it goes. Okay then, let's head down to the track and see who we are up against. Pole position, S1R4 in Expo, he's from Spain. Danny Dog, also from Spain in the Toyota. You'll see a bit of a theme there. Hits in the Toyota is 3rd from the UK. 4th we've got Soka GT Racing from Greece. 5th, GT Bass from France. Again, all Toyotas from here on, so don't worry about it. Me in the Sprite Toyota, looking nice there, in 6th. We've got Ingen Kim Sengen from Sweden. That might be right, I guess. Arnie's from Germany, and he is 8th. 9th is MJ from the Netherlands, seen him a few times before. 10th is Jules in the French Toyota. Beat Passion is in the Toyota as well, he's from Germany. 12th we've got KLK from Spain. And last but not least is Jen from Russia. So, rolling start, haven't done one of those for a little while. We're going to start 6th out of the just 13 runners. And yeah, it's basically going to see how well we can go. I mean, it's effectively a one make, so it's almost purely down to just racing ability and skill, which is where I might get found out a little bit. But here we go. So we are accelerating and closing in on GT Baz up ahead, but nowhere near enough to actually try and do anything into turn 1, because it's a fairly fast left-hander, so you're not really going to be able to just punt up the inside like if it was a sharp hairpin or something like maybe at the Nürburgring or Red Bull Ring. So we're going to go through the chicane here, bit wide there, then right-hander, again nowhere near where we need to be there, so we're going pretty tight through there, and you can see in the radar we've got the Swede behind us, and he is, well, at this point we know what's going to happen into the hairpin. He's going to go for a move, so let's pull to the right hand side and force him to go up the inside, which he does. Cuts the apex, runs wide and barges into us. Bit rude really there, but hey ho. So we're side by side here, going into the left hander. He's got the inside, so we leave him a little bit of room. As he's been forced to go a bit tight, it's kind of not worked out. Thinks about going around the outside and has to break off, and we've held the position. And there's a bit of a squabble from the looks of the radar behind us between the cars behind, but we've managed to hold our 6th position. We've run a bit too wide through the multi-apex right-hander, and as a result that's given Jewel a chance behind us to close in. He's now just under 0.2 of a second behind us going into the final hairpin. So is he going to go for the overtake? We're going to leave him a bit of space because we think he is going to, so he can have it. Runs a little bit wide, clips us on the rear wheel, and then accelerates but goes straight off the track, and we get a better run down the straight. So that is us back into 6th position. So back where we started, start of lap 2. But there's a bit of a gap appearing ahead of us as well. We're not really anywhere in contact with them, so it's already at this point looking like it's going to be a 6th place at best, which isn't ideal. So we go through the chicane again, and again not really great there, a bit too wide through there. That wasn't too bad, but again we're wary that behind us Jewel has got a much better exit out there, and he's just over 0.3 of a second behind. Now at this point we're anticipating a dive bomb, which just isn't going to work in these cars because their braking power is so rubbish. So we brake in a normal place, leave it wide, Jewel does what we think he's going to do and absolutely disappears off into the sunset, and we hold that 6th place. To be perfectly honest, that's pretty much all that happened of any interest in this race. I think halfway through there was a brief moment where Jewel overtook me into turn 1, and then a couple of corners later drove off the track and got me the place back. But that was really it, really. Not a very exciting race. I mean, at 8 laps that's fairly short, and it felt like an eternity really. These cars are pretty slow, pretty boring to drive, and yeah, started 6th, finished 6th. Not really much to write home about. So 6th place, and because so many people quit, the points on offer were a bit rubbish, so I got 473 points for the championship, which is lower than all of my other race point hauls, so that race doesn't even count for anything. So it was a complete waste of time, and I thoroughly appreciate that. Cheers. Anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then don't forget to like the video, or to subscribe to the channel, or to leave a comment. How did you get on? Did you pick a different car to the Toyota? If so, well played. Anyway, until next time, goodbye.